So I'm working. I'm eating lunch. Some Burger King. It's all right. But I'm working on prudency. Is one of the things. Why is this an issue? It's one of the things that you need to, when you get to certain levels, making money. If you don't show a level of prudency in yourself, it's going to affect your money. So that means, as we already know, doing what you say, but also being a little scrutiny, a little side of scrutiny, but in things that matter. And there's just things in general. It's actually, it kind of spreads. So with these things being said, all right, I was also going over monies that I'll say that was my interlude. But there's something else about money for the U.S. How does this happen after Armageddon? How do people actually still do what they need to do? One of the things that was on my chest was about the eighth king that goes straight into destruction. What if we did have money that was currency-less money, right? Almost like, okay, Bitcoin type of deal, right? And the entire world ran on it, all right? And we would get used to the fact of working, bettering ourselves, and, basically all under God, and and get to the point, or come to the point where we don't have currency for money at all. It's just, do you work or do you not? If you work, then you get what you need. If you don't, you won't. So if that is the case, it could happen where your job is attached to your social, and which it already is, and just shows proof that, hey, I'm working, and if you're working, you can walk into a store, get what you need, because other pertinent information will say, okay, you have this amount of kids in your family, this amount of this or this amount of that, and you can get, because you have a 4-bedroom house, you have 2 kids and a wife to take care of, that means you're approved for whatever would be sufficient for that household to be at a certain level. Basically, like 1 washer, 1 dryer. You could have 2 cars. The child is not 18 yet, so they don't, or 16, whatever it is, they don't need another car yet. So that right now it's just 2 cars. If there's an issue, it works that way everywhere you go. If you need a lender car, you drop it off somewhere and they give you a car. You don't have to pay for it, you get one. When you want to transfer to another place, if you want to go somewhere else, if you want to take time off and vacay, that you could actually do that and say, okay, I want to take a vacation for X amount of time, for 1 month, 2 months, but a leave or a time or whatever, but you would actually stay working. In this, it sounds like, oh man, like you're working for somebody, but no, you get whatever it is that you want, and first what you need and then what you want. So like, let's say you wanted a nice car, you wanted a luxury vehicle, you can have one. As long as there's enough vehicles that are up for grabs and you have a slot for your car, you could actually turn one of your vehicles in and get a sports car. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? That, when you want to relocate, you want a home, they have a list and a location. You want to be a pilot. I'm a truck driver. You go to a school that they actually sustain. They say, okay, this person's working. You're working for this company, but you're learning how to fly a plane. And then after you learn how to fly a plane, you go through the schooling, then you're actually flying a plane. You do whatever you want to do, and you're sustained through saying this person works, and everyone gets what they need because of what your household has. So if your household shows that you are one person in a one bedroom, then all you need is one bed. You don't need 2-3 beds. You know what I'm saying? You don't need 2-3 cars if you're only one person, or 3 cars, whatever. Whatever it is, whatever comes up to being what should be for a person to live comfortably. And I'm talking about comfortable. I mean, it's not about, regardless if you live in a mansion or you live in a regular small home, you can only drive one car at one time. You understand what I'm saying? So that means that you're not being wasteful. One car is one car, regardless if it is a Bentley or if it's a Ford or some type of pickup truck. You know, certain things. You have a luxury list. You have a work list, or whatever it is that you do. If you do work for yourself, you can still work for yourself and hire other people and sign under, your thing. This is how many employees I'm looking for. All right. That means that anybody who's looking for a job, that's what gets posted. And then they come aboard, and real talk, like, as an employer, you got to do stuff that goes to the government. Same stuff. So even if you're employed under yourself, you have to still send what yourself to the government. So it's not like it changes. It never changed. Like, so those things you still have to do. Even if you work for yourself. If you do have a situation like that, I mean, you would still have to have a legitimate thing. You can't, it would not be loving to let somebody else do your dirty work, so to speak. There's certain things you got to do for you. And if it is the vibration of people ended up getting to that point, then we would all be able to enjoy a life where you don't have to be overworked. You're not overworked. If you have a health issue, you can get it checked out right away. All that stuff sends a paper trail. This person came out of work for this reason. They went to the doctor. They checked out. They was okay. All right. They're tired. Okay. Well, then you go home, get some sleep. All right. But we need you to be here. That's where it says you have to be working. All right. If you don't work, you don't eat. So if you just said, look, I don't want to work, I just don't want to do it, I just want to stay at home all day, every day for the rest of my life and not do nothing and just live like I don't have nothing else to do. Well, that might be a problem. But you got to look at a person's age. You got to look at a person, and there's jobs that they can do. And by staying positive and through focusing on yourself, you actually would grow younger. So old people wouldn't be old. The ones who ain't doing anything feel older than the ones who get up and go do stuff. That's facts. All right? If you know old folk, that's the truth. A person could be 80 years old, but he out here, he's stronger than some of the young bucks. You know what I'm saying? You be like, what's this dude been doing? He been taking his vitamins, Flintstones all day, baby. You know what I'm saying? Some of these cats, man, I'm just being honest, and through positive thinking and through water, this is the secret. Through water, you could, in positive thinking and prayer, okay, you could actually reverse the aging process. How? Through water. Through water. You see, it is what it is. If you're a water person and you're continuously on water and think positive, usually those people be looking young as I don't know what. They just do. They just do. All right? So, it is what it is. Facts. So, the possibilities are there. And it is what it is. All right?